In the words of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Welcome, dear listeners, to our exploration of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that holds the key to mastering your mind and conquering your day. Stoicism, a school of thought born in the bustling markets of ancient Greece, is not a dusty relic of the past. It's a practical philosophy, a tool for navigating the tumultuous seas of life with grace and resilience. At its core, Stoicism emphasizes virtue, wisdom and self-control as the highest goods. Picture a Stoic as a seasoned sailor navigating the wild ocean of life, the stormy seas, the calm waters, the unpredictable winds. These represent the external events that life throws at us. But the sailor, our Stoic, is focused on the helm. Their attention is on what they can control, their actions, their responses, their virtue. This is the essence of Stoicism, the understanding that while we cannot control the world around us, we can control our reactions to it. So why is Stoicism relevant today, you might ask? Well, in the fast-paced, chaotic world we live in, Stoicism offers a sanctuary. It teaches us how to maintain tranquility in the face of adversity, to remain resilient when things go awry. It guides us in separating the things we can change from those we can't, freeing us from unnecessary stress and anxiety. Stoicism helps us to embrace the inevitable uncertainties of life, to accept them not as hindrances, but as opportunities for growth and learning. It empowers us to live a life of purpose and meaning, to make the most of each day, and to conquer it with wisdom and virtue. So, how does one harness the power of Stoicism to conquer their day? Let's delve into the actionable steps. Scene script. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." As we journey through life, the world presents us with an unending stream of events, the good, the bad, and the in-between. And while we may wish to control these external happenings, the reality is, more often than not, they are beyond our power. However, what is within our control is how we perceive these events and react to them. This is the first actionable step in Stoicism, understanding and controlling our perception. It's about recognizing that the world outside is indifferent. It doesn't conform to our desires or fears, it simply is. But we can choose how we interpret it. Events are neither good nor bad, they merely exist. It is our perception that assigns them value, that decides whether they are obstacles or opportunities. Think of a heavy downpour. To someone planning a picnic, it's a disaster. But to a farmer who's been praying for rain, it's a blessing. The rain itself is neutral, it's our perception that colors it. Now let's discuss the concept of negative visualization, a powerful tool in managing expectations. It involves deliberately envisioning the worst possible outcomes of a situation. This might sound pessimistic, but it serves a crucial purpose. By visualizing potential negatives, we prepare ourselves for their possible occurrence, thereby reducing their impact. It's not about expecting the worst, but rather being prepared for it. Imagine you're preparing for a big presentation. The thought of forgetting your lines or stumbling over your words might terrify you. But what if you've already visualized these scenarios? You'd be less shocked if they did occur. You'd have a plan, a way to navigate the situation. That's the power of negative visualization. So, the challenge lies not in controlling the world around us, but in mastering our minds. In understanding that we can't control the rain, but we can control whether we see it as a disaster or a blessing. Remember, the strength lies not in controlling the world around you, but in mastering your mind. Epictetus taught us we should always be asking ourselves, is this something that is or is not in my control? This simple yet profound question forms the cornerstone of the second step in applying Stoic principles to our daily lives, embracing what we can control. Consider the multitude of elements in our lives that are outside our control. The weather, the traffic, the actions of others, the global economy, the ticking of time, and so much more. Now think about the energy, the stress, the anxiety we expend worrying about these uncontrollable aspects. It's like trying to hold back the ocean with a sieve. It's futile, exhausting, and ultimately self-defeating. But what if we shift our focus? What if we turn our attention to what we can control? Our actions, our responses, our attitudes. That's where the true power lies. In the realm of what's controllable, we are the masters. We can choose to act or not to act, to respond with kindness or with anger, to view a situation as a setback or an opportunity. When we embrace what we can control, we liberate ourselves from the shackles of unnecessary worry and stress. We free up energy that can be channeled into meaningful, effective action. We empower ourselves to navigate the seas of life, steering our own ship instead of being tossed about by the waves of circumstance. Imagine a day where you accept the weather as it is, rather than grumbling about what it should be. A day where you approach traffic with calm understanding rather than road rage. A day where you respond to others' actions with thoughtful consideration rather than knee-jerk reactions. A day where you view every situation as an opportunity to exercise your power of choice. That's a day where you're in control. That's a day where you're living by stoic principles. That's a day where you're not just surviving, but truly thriving. By focusing on what's in your control, you empower yourself to take meaningful action. Seneca once stated, "A good character, when it is once settled in a man, will not be overthrown by any circumstances." Indeed, the heart of Stoicism lies in the cultivation of virtue, the beacon guiding us through the tempest of life. Stoics value four cardinal virtues above all: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. These cornerstones not only shape our character, but also guide our actions and decisions. Let's take a closer look. Wisdom, the first virtue, is the comprehension of the fundamental nature of life and the world around us. It's the ability to discern the true from the false, the essential from the trivial. It is the compass that guides us through the labyrinth of life's complexities. Courage, the second virtue, is not just about physical bravery. It's the moral courage to stand up for what we believe, to face adversity and to persevere in the face of hardship. It is the shield that protects us from the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. Justice, the third virtue, is about fairness, equality, and respect for the dignity of all beings. It is about acting honorably and treating others as we would wish to be treated. It is the scale that balances our actions and our responsibilities. And finally, temperance, the fourth virtue, is about self-restraint, moderation, and balance. It's about resisting the lure of excess, whether it's in our appetites, our desires, or our passions. It is the anchor that holds us steady in the stormy seas of temptation. By practicing these virtues, we shape our character and align our actions with our highest ideals. We become not just better people, but also more resilient, more balanced, and more fulfilled. We become, in essence, our best selves. Remember, Stoicism isn't about suppressing emotions or denying our human nature. It's about understanding our nature and channeling it towards virtue, towards the highest good. It's about living in harmony with the world and with ourselves. Cultivating virtue is the path to a fulfilling life. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, "Do not disturb yourself by picturing your life as a whole. Carry out every act of your life as though it were the last." The great emperor's words ring true today as we delve into the fourth step of our Stoic journey, mindful living. In our fast-paced, ever-evolving world, it's easy to become tangled in the web of past regrets and future anxieties. But Stoicism, in its timeless wisdom, encourages us to break free from this web and anchor ourselves in the present moment. It's about being fully engaged in the here and now, not lost in thoughts of what was or what might be. Mindful living is not about ignoring the past or the future. It's about understanding their place. The past is a place of reference, not residence. The future is a realm of planning, not dwelling. By focusing on the present, we allow ourselves to experience life as it unfolds, moment by moment. The beauty of the now becomes apparent when we quiet the chatter of the mind and simply observe. The rustle of leaves in the wind, the warmth of the sun on our skin, the laughter of a loved one. These are the moments that make up our lives. By consciously embracing these moments, we can cultivate a deep sense of joy and contentment. This is not to say that mindful living is an easy task. Like any worthwhile pursuit, it requires practice. It's a journey of 1,000 steps, each step bringing us closer to a state of presence. But remember, the journey is as important as the destination. It's about the process, not just the outcome. And what does this process look like? It's simple. yet profound. It's taking a deep breath and feeling the air fill your lungs. It's savoring the taste of your morning coffee. It's listening to the sound of rain on the rooftop. It's fully experiencing every moment, every sensation, every emotion. By living mindfully, we can find joy and contentment in every moment. So let's embark on this journey together towards a life of mindfulness and fulfillment. As we close, remember Seneca's words: life is very short and anxious for those who forget the past, neglect the present, and fear the future. Stoicism, as we've explored, is a philosophy with a robust heart, a timeless wisdom that offers us a way to navigate the tumultuous seas of life. It's not just about reading and understanding, it's about living and experiencing. It's about transforming our perception, taking the reins of what's within our control, practicing virtue, and living in the here and now. Perception, as we've learned, is a powerful tool. The Stoics believed that we don't react to events, but to our judgments about them. We have the power to choose our perspective, to transform the way we look at the world around us. It's about seeing the glass half full, not half empty. It's about turning obstacles into opportunities. Control, too, is a fundamental tenet of Stoicism. Life is unpredictable, and there's so much we can't control. But the Stoics remind us that we can always control our reactions, our emotions, and our actions. Let go of the uncontrollable and focus your energy on what's within your power. Practicing virtue for Stoics is the highest good. It's about cultivating wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. It's about being the best version of ourselves, acting with integrity, and making the world a better place. Finally, Stoicism teaches us to live mindfully, to cherish the present moment. It's about appreciating what we have, not lamenting what we don't. It's about finding joy in the simple things, in the beauty of nature, in the laughter of a child, in the warmth of a friend. Stoicism, then, is not just a philosophy, but a guide to living a meaningful, resilient, and contented life. If you found this video to be interesting to you, please consider a like and a subscribe to the channel. Thank you.